Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back, Citizen Sleeper. In the last episode we went to the core of the station and we managed to plant the spores to allow the gardener to get into the mainframe, but now we have to help the flotilla prepare to escape this place just in case everything goes horribly wrong. I feel we only have a 2 dice and I can't re-roll it because I tried at the end of the last episode and failed miserably, so what do I want to use that 2 on? Should we go play some Tavla? Let's do that. Do I need to eat? I do need to eat. Play some Tavla. Maybe we'll win. Ah? Oh. We did not win. What a terrible shame. Let's go cook up some stuff in the Bantian. What are these mushrooms? Hopefully I don't need these for something else. And let's take a rest. Got plenty of time on the clock, hopefully. We start off the day by repairing myself. That is not a great dice roll. Oh god. In fact, that's a particularly bad. I got a 6, I suppose. The 6 and the 4 isn't so bad. Everything else though, eee. Let's see. So we can do the berth refitting. Building berths into the vast bulkheads of the Pilgrim Seed is a huge job, and Sol needs every able-bodied engineer to help. Oh, luckily we are able-bodied. Should up it by 2. Might take 2 days if we are lucky with us re-rolling our dice here. Cross your fingers. I mean, the 2 4s. I'll take the 2 4s. That was a good reroll. So that puts us over 50%. So hopefully tomorrow we should have enough. Oh. As you stop to rest in one of the Pilgrim Seed's cavernous bays, hopping up to sit on a supply crate, you hear a now familiar voice behind you. Sleeper. Glad you are here. Sol's suit hisses as he clanks up towards you. I knew you'd help us out. We sure do appreciate everything you do for us. No worries. I do mean it, Sleeper. He looks away, down the bay, to where sparks jump from welding torches. It's a grim job to be doing, without a few friends around. Sol settles beside you, flinching a bit, but making himself comfortable on the crate. Seems the word got out, this way or that. He nods towards the welders a little way off, one of them wearing shipyard overalls. We've had people flowing in from the eye, looking for a place. In truth, it's more than I thought, Sol sighs, which means more mouths to feed, more bodies to house, more people to protect. Can we do it? Sol frowns. We'll do what we can, as always. I'm not sure any of it can be enough. He looks down. We were supposed to stay here, not keep running. Sol waves away the thought. Don't listen to me. He gives you a sideways glance. Just a tired old man. He stretches. I have something to ask though. What is it? With all these evacuees, well, we need a change in plan, he shrugs. Pilgrim Seed can't do it alone. We need the others to help out. We can carry them, house them, but that's all. Now you settled down the folks from Ember's Step and they sent us supplies, grown in those dust houses of theirs. If we could get more, he nods to himself. And then the song crews, he rubs his chin. What we need from them is scouting and security. We don't need that docking access of theirs, but with some careful scavenging, they could be a fleet. These folks, they know you, Sleeper. You earn their trust already. He put a hand on your shoulder. I sent my requests out and they seem to be complying, but I need you out there making sure the work gets done. Time is our greatest enemy now. Sol stares into the distance. I need you out there, speeding things up. I can try. Sol nods. Alright then. He climbs off the crate. His suit hisses as he does. Think of it this way. Either way, you won't have to deal with me much longer. He smiles an uneven smile. Unless, of course, you were planning to come along for the trip. I don't know yet. Sol winks. I'll leave it with you. Sol waves a hand and starts off towards the bay's entrance, the crackling sound of the welding quickly covering up his clanking suit. You watch the workers, the shipyard contractor chatting among them, already looking like he belongs. You push the thoughts of escape, of home, and of the future to the back of your mind, and get up. There's always more to do. You better head to the other ships in the flotilla to see what can be done. Oh no, what needs to be done? Well, there's Aki and there's Peter. And they're not going to let me rest until I've spoken to both of them, so let's start with Aki. I like Aki. I knew you'd come. Aki greets you outside the dust house, her eyes as bright as always. You are very welcome here, as always. Good to see you, Aki. Aki smiles. And you, Sleeper. Aki puts a hand on your arm. Walk with me. And she guides you past the dust houses. You look inside and see other members of the crew working in the orange dust, planting and tending to the steppe ecosystem. We are to be the suppliers of the evacuees. I'm sure that you have heard. We will put the dust houses to use. She leads you past the dust house, where the dust is less, the orange glow not as bright, the air a little more clean. We are adapting, slowly, but we are adapting. We have to produce food, clothes, necessary things for the journey ahead. She smiles. Plants of the steppe are once again sustaining a population, and that makes me proud. Aki stops at a half-empty dust house. Scoured of its sand, it is being filled with mulch. We brought this from the Greenway. She stares at the green and brown. A strange sight, even to you, now that you are used to the amber dust of steppe. I admit it is hard work for us. We are not familiar with these plants. Can you help us? Aki meets your eye. Well, I am a mushroom farmer, so I'll do my best. Thank you, he nods solemnly. I know that the eye is suffering, that it is at risk. I know what that is like. Thank you. I wish I had a lesson to share with you from our loss on steppe. She shakes her head. But for the moment, I cannot see what that might be. She gathers herself. If it gives you meaning, the work here is steady and worthwhile. But if you do not have time, he smiles a weak smile, I will not blame you. Hold on to your memories, but not too tightly. He pauses. Sadness will not sustain you. She falls silent, and you both watch the work in the dust house for a while. You can already see a greening fringe of moss on the mulch in the dust house. The first signs of new life. Will you soon be like the people of steppe, leaving behind a home? Or will you be stubborn and hold your ground, despite what it might mean? You wait a little longer with Aki. The moment a welcome suspension in time. A rare moment in this rush towards the end. You glance at Aki. She puts a hand on your shoulder in solidarity. After a short while, Aki sighs. It is good to see you, Sleeper. Perhaps we will see each other again before we depart. He walks away, fingertips brushing against the glass of the dust house windows. Aki turns back for a moment, as if she wants to say something, then thinks better of it, and turns away. Okay, so In the dust houses we have... Oh, that is quite a lot of stuff. Yeah, so we can harvest automation, or we can do dust house tending. So we have good buffs for both of those, so that's not too bad. Let's go speak to Peter. The docking access is in chaos when you arrive. The staccato burst of welding torches, the shouts of crews gathering, the rapid flow of supplies and kit from dock to dock. You can tell already that news of the flotilla's imminent departure has reached this place before you. Come to join the Exodus, sleeper. Peter approaches you from one of the working crews, a smile on his face, and a lightness in his step you haven't seen before. What's happening? Peter gestures to the chaos. The singers are rising, sleeper. Peter eyes you. I suppose you're here on Soul's orders again. He winks at you. Nothing Ember's half like to do more than ordering people around. I'm here by choice. Fair enough. Just your timing seems to always be a cycle or two after we get some request from Hearth's ship. He shrugs an exaggerated shrug. Must be a coincidence. Well, Soul has it lucky anyway. His request for us to dismantle the Axis and to be the vanguard for the flotilla's onward journey to the Stalwart Belt aligns perfectly with our plans. What plans? To leave this damn place, of course. We've been prepping ever since the cordon collapsed. If we can build our escape and make the Hearth ships think we are complying with their orders at the same time, then it's a 2-in-1 for us. Peter shakes his head. Those idiots will never see it coming. You're leaving the flotilla? We are our own flotilla, sleeper. Peter looks away at the busy Axis. We aren't going to tie ourselves to the heart and step any longer. Why would we? To help them? Peter scoffs. They are taking on evacuees from the Eye. That's what I heard. So how about they help themselves before they ask us to make up for their bad decisions? Peter looks down. Look, nothing against you or yours, sleeper, but we have to get out from under the shadow a step and half. And this is the time. Peter grimaces. We won't let the flux catch us again. Not a chance. And for the first time, you see fear in his eyes. Want to help us make that leap? Grab a torch. Talk to the crew. You're welcome to it, Peter sniffs. Every person here is free to prove themselves. Oh, I'll help where I can. Peter nods. Just a stop on the road, sleeper. I'm afraid that's all this was. Peter glances out, past the docking axis, through the outer windows to the stars beyond. A lot of space out there for those willing to take it. He looks you in the eye. I hope you'll be around before we go. But if not, he smiles. Stay strong. And with that, Peter thumps you on the shoulder and heads back to his crew, with a purpose, a direction visible in every step of his rapid stride. Well, that seems problematic. What do we need to do over here? Similar issue. Guess I'll leave them to last, because I don't really want to encourage them to leave. So the Pilgrim Steed, we still have... We have to do this twice more, and then I'll work on step, I think. But I still have this too. And are my mushrooms grown? I believe they are. Let's see if we can pick our mushrooms. With a 4. Cross your fingers. Damn it! I only got the 1. Oh well. It was worth a try. Let's rest in the dorm, shall we? Oh, we're starving. Better make sure I do something about that. And we have the dice we need to finish off the seed over here. I'll use the 2, 4. Okay. The 1 and the 2 is slightly annoying, but this should finish it off. You work in sync with the other teams, splitting the jobs so that by the time you are done, there are tens of new berths in place. The Pilgrim Seed will take the majority of the evacuees off the Eye, but is there enough time to settle them all? I think so. They just keep coming. Perhaps the Flux event scared enough people that they really believe the Eye will collapse. Perhaps they are sick of Heaven Edge, of the Council's infighting and the hardliners. Or perhaps they just want to take a chance at some new future. A place that is anywhere but here. Whatever it is, the evacuees don't stop. They come on the flotilla's shuttles, on their own ships, however they can. You've seen so many faces pass that they're almost meaningless now. A parade of features that seem both familiar and distant. You've been helping people, lifting bags, bringing in supplies, directing them to the berths you helped build. Some of them recoil from your touch, still unfamiliar with sleepers. Others greet you with pity, some with hate, snatching back their bags and storming off. Still, you help. Still, you carry boxes and bags. Nothing can stop you. You don't look for Sol. You know he is busy. Just like you, trying to make this thing work. Trying to fit as many people as will come onto the Pilgrim Seed. You know you will see him before all this is over. You keep working, but there's something in the back of your mind, something eating away at you. You try to push it to the back of your thoughts, but it keeps coming back. The Eye is over. That is the thought. That the Eye, even if the Flux doesn't get it, is on its way out. How can it survive when these floods of people are leaving it behind? It's a thought that troubles you, because it makes you question why you have held on here so long, in a place that seems so temporary for so many people. Are you just a stubborn idiot? Someone who didn't get the message? Or are you strong, committed, for lasting the storm, for seeing the collapse coming and facing it head on? Because there is something you are sure of now. This place, like all places, is temporary. And as each face passes you, each family packs up and gets on board the Pilgrim Seed, it feels ever more temporary, ever more fragile. Which means it either desperately needs protecting, or it desperately needs to be left behind. The choice is yours. Oh, that was heavy, wasn't it? Good lord. Let's go grab something to eat before I continue here, because I will probably forget and it will be embarrassing. Let's cook up some of these mushrooms we have. The bantiyan. Yeah, we'll do matsutake again. With that, I think I'm going to end this episode here. So thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does mean the world to me and it helps keep the channel going. But as always, see you next time.